meeting with all the service chiefs and heads of security agencies under the auspices of General Security Appraisal Committee to turn the tide of further breach to national security. A statement from the Office of the National Security Advisor says the meeting resolved to strengthen interagency coordination to find lasting solution to insecurity in the country. The Office of the National Security Advisor is also to collaborate with the three tiers of government to comprehensively review security situation and adopt concrete measures in containing rising tensions. As a pragmatic measure, the committee also plans to convene security town hall meeting across geopolitical spread to close ranks with communities in restoring peace and confidence in the fight against crime and criminality. 40 protesters arrested at Lekki Tollgate have been arraigned before a mobile court in Lagos. They were arraigned on 3-count charge bordering on conspiracy, breach of public peace, and violation of COVID-19 quarantine law of the federal government. Adeni Taiwo reports.
The protesters, 40 in all, were led before a mobile court headed by Magistrate Lateef Layeni to face a 3-count charge bordering on conspiracy to breach public peace, conduct likely to harass and cause panic, and violation of COVID-19 quarantine law preferred against them by the police. Counsel to the police, Kadozo Yetunde, told the court that the accused acted in contravention of sections 412 and 158 of the state criminal laws when they converged at Lekki Tollgate for another round of protest. All the accused pleaded no guilty. Oral application for bail brought by their counsel, Adesina Ogunlana, was granted by the magistrate who put bail in the sum of 100,000 naira and a surety in like sum for each of the accused. They are also expected to produce a COVID-19 test result at the adjourned date fixed for March 2, 2021. In Lagos, Adeni Taiwo, NTA News.
Radio as a medium of mass communication has survived different revolutionary times in history and has remained relevant in socio-political socialization as well as information dissemination. This is why 13th February every year is celebrated as the World Radio Day. Abdullah Ajia examines the day.
UNESCO General Conference at its 36th session proclaimed World Radio Day on February 13 in 2011 and was later endorsed by the United Nations General Assembly. The day was meant to remember the unique power of the radio to touch lives and bringing people together across every corner of the globe. The radio is regarded as much more than a forum for information and entertainment. It is believed to have more reach than any other medium of mass communication.
Since the advent of radio, I think up to now, even in the digital age, I think it's still something that cannot be rivaled in terms of its compatibility, in terms of its usefulness.
Nobody, nowhere in the world could describe what radio had done in the development of man, nature, and education.
The global observance of the World Radio Day is aimed at creating awareness in the minds of the people, especially those in remote communities, developing regions, and vulnerable populations. The 2021 World Radio Day has the theme New World, New Radio, which is coming as a result of the services the medium provided during the COVID-19 pandemic. Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
More reports ahead after this break.
The Council of Our Fathers.
I will urge and advise our younger generation to use talent and brain to sort out problems, not arms.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation.
My advice to these young people is please do not take us back to those harrowing days. You probably do not know what it is.
I believe we have fought one civil war too many in this country. So those who experience it will run away from it.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation together.
To create jobs for Nigerians, the federal government Special Public Works Program has kicked off in Kaduna State with 23,000 beneficiaries. Ahmad Umar Kuda reports that beneficiaries are in high spirit.
This signals the commencement of the federal government Special Public Works Program in Sabangaru local government area of Kaduna State. The program will be carried out under the supervision of the National Directorate of Employment. The selected beneficiaries are now to carry out environmental sanitation related works, 20,000 naira monthly stipend.
It is a privilege being a part of this program, and I really appreciate the recognition by the current administration of President Muhammad Buhari for recognizing how people are and creating this program.
I'm very grateful for this program. I'm very happy for it. I hope this will be helping us.
Kaduna State Coordinator of the National Directorate of Employment, Sani Mewada, is optimistic about the impact of the program, emphasizing the need for effective participation of beneficiaries.
You have seen where we have demonstrated the work, how it should be. So that is why we are in Sabangari local government. We have invited almost all the participants considering the COVID-19 protocol.
The program is designed to last for 3 months with selected beneficiaries across the country. In Kaduna, Ahmad Umar Kudang, NTA News.
Nigerian youths who leverage the opportunity provided by the federal government through a number of its empowerment programs are making gains in different schemes and adding value to the nation's economy. Achari Maxwell, who met some of these youths, brings back their testimonies on how the life-changing skills they acquired through the various schemes are impacting their lives and others.
Adamu Usman, popularly referred to as Yesco, is one of the beneficiaries of the numerous federal government youth empowerment programs. He was trained in footwear production. Adamu started small and did not despise his days of little beginning.
He started in a one-room apartment block, and when I got loan, I was able to expand my place. I moved on to this place.
Nigeria, a nation. Nigerians are known to be very hardworking and resilient people. In our history as a nation, there have been many storms, but just like the eagle,
there. Well, let's pick it up from here by going straight to updating you on the latest figures with COVID-19 cases. 1,143 new infectious cases of COVID-19 have been reported by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC) as at Saturday, 12th of February 2021. Lagos State has the highest figure of 319, FCT 157, Kwara 90, Oyo 74, Enugu 72, Nasarawa 69, Imo 58, Oshun 51, and Gombe 49. Others are Kaduna 31, Edo 23, Katsina 23, Kebbi 23, Ogun 22, Kano and Rivers 19, Ebonyi 18, Plateau 14, Delta 7, and Ekiti 5. This brings the total number of confirmed infectious cases to 145,664. 120,399 persons discharged and 1,747 deaths. following violent clashes between viral groups reported in Shasha Market in Ibadan, the Oyo State government has ordered the immediate closure of the market indefinitely. Statements by the Chief Press Secretary to Governor Sheyi Makinde, Taiwo Adisa, indicate that the governor gave the order to forestall breakdown of law and order in the area and equally imposed a curfew from 6 p.m. to 7 a.m. And now the more than 50 shops have been razed by fire at Bababa Plaza in Wunti Market in Bauchi State. Mariamu Bala reports that though no life was lost, the cause of the incident is not known.
The inferno occurred at 11 p.m. Friday night, with goods in all the shops burnt to ashes. Despite efforts by individuals and fire service to quench the fire, 56 shops were engulfed, with those occupying the shops calling for government intervention.
A disaster of this magnitude has never happened to us in this market.
Over 90% of goods in all these shops were destroyed because the incident occurred in the night.
Men of the State Emergency Management Agency, Bauchi, have visited the scene of the inferno to ascertain the level of damage.
Our office, State Emergency Management Agency, to sympathize with the marketers so that they will be given assistance.
The agency assured that relief materials will soon be provided to victims of the fire. In Bauchi, Mariamu Bala, NTA News.
Every February 14 is marked as Valentine's Day globally. To mark this day in Nigeria, the National Orientation Agency is preaching the message of love through the initiative of Fall in Love with Nigeria campaign. Kenneth Nanim has more.
Valentine's Day celebration is an expression of love with family and friends. Many believe it is an affair for the youths and agile. Now, with the Fall in Love with Nigeria campaign, a patriotic initiative, the National Orientation Agency is redirecting attention of the youths and other Nigerians on national development.
In spite of all our challenges, we have remained one resilient, indissoluble country. In order for Nigerians to achieve the greatness for which it is destined, you and I, leaders and followers alike, must do our part. Great nations are not built by backpassing or convenient excuses, but by patriotic citizens who are willing to make the necessary sacrifices to ensure that the desired greatness is achieved.
The Fall in Love with Nigeria project is also emphasizing on the need for Nigerians to adhere strictly to all COVID-19 safety protocols.
COVID is real. And if it is real, then the precautions we are taking should also be real. Abide by the protocol. You must distance yourselves. You must sanitize. You must wash your hands.
The Fall in Love with Nigeria campaign, which goes across states of the Federation, the National Orientation Agency says is characterized with messages of patriotism for every Nigerian. Kenneth Nanim, NTA News.
And as many set to celebrate the 2021 Valentine's Day, the Federal Road Safety Corps is advising motorists to avoid overspeeding and drunk driving. FRSC Corps Marshal Boboyo Yemi has therefore directed commanding officers across board to double their efforts by ensuring massive deployment of officers and men for enhanced visibility, adequate traffic control and maximum enforcement of all COVID-19 protocols amongst motorists. Let's take you back now to our Kaduna Network Center with Abdullahi. I'm sure they've sorted out the whole hitch there. Abdullahi, you can take it up from here now.
Thank you very much for rejoining with us. Nigerian youths who leverage the opportunity provided by the federal government through a number of its empowerment programs are making gains in different schemes and adding value to the nation's economy. Achari Maxwell met some of these youths and brings back their testimonies on how the life-changing skills they acquired through the various schemes are impacting their lives and others.
Adamu Usman, popularly referred to as Yesco, is one of the beneficiaries of the numerous federal government youth empowerment programs. He was trained in footwear production. Adamu started small and did not despise his days of little beginning.
He started in a one-room apartment shop, and when I got the equipment loan, I was able to expand my place. I moved on to this place. This place is about 4-bedroom flat. You understand? So when we moved to this place, we have more. I was able to accommodate more people in terms of apprentices and even staff, and also our capacity of our production also increased.
At the moment, Yesco is not only self-employed, he's an employer of labor with more than 20 youths presently acquiring skills under his tutelage.
We don't just make shoes because we want everybody to wear shoes. We want something that is durable, something that will last long, something that the customers would enjoy.
And this skills I'm learning is going to help me in a very long way because it's going to make me stand out among people, and it's going to help me in so many ways.
I have my own bike. I'm able to pay my school fees and dress myself.
Mahmoud Sani is another beneficiary who specializes in furniture making. His story is similar to that of Adamu Yesco, the shoemaker.
I'm feeling my family, my mom and my sisters, every of my distance, they went close to me. We help each other.
Stakeholders believe that the federal government youth empowerment programs, if sustained, will make more millionaires in Nigeria and eradicate poverty, give hope to the hopeless, and push the economic growth of the nation faster. In Kaduna, Achari Maxwell, NTA News.
Thank you, Achari, with us to shed more light on the impacts and advantages of interventions by the federal government. State University. Prof, you are most welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
One is of beneficiaries on some of these federal government's youth intervention programs. What is your take on the impact of these programs?
Actually, if you look at the scheme, you will say that we have mixed stories.
Okay.
One that really would say that it was a successful efforts on the part of the federal government, and the one that shows the lack of coordination in terms of and sustainability of the different schemes that have been introduced by the federal government. Now, in terms of the success stories, we have seen that quite a number of youths have been able to acquire skills and then to now live on their own. They are able to be employers of labor, and they have a mindset change in terms of they are not going to rely on government employment or any such employment.
More or less, it was a departure from the past,
yes,
where certification is the end thing.
Exactly, and you consider it has also helped in controlling crisis. Especially when you look at what happened in the Niger Delta with the youth empowerment scheme. Quite a number of people that were involved in a number of crises, they have really settled down. They now have work to do, and it has helped in curbing the incidence of poverty.
Okay, now we are delving into the success story of the whole program. So,
exactly. Okay. So for me, this is the part of the success story.
Okay. What are the likely challenges? Because programs of this nature do come with a lot of challenges. Loans are given to youths and women for empowerment, and issue of sustainability. What are those challenges that are likely going to be encountered with, and how can they be eliminated?
Well, first and foremost, let's elaborate a little bit on the problems.
Okay.
number one, it is true that there is lack of coordination.
Okay.
Now, at the level of the federal government, we have the NDE. The NDE, for instance, is supposed to be the umbrella of all youth empowerment schemes, different ones that are introduced over time. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Each scheme, some will be warehoused under the Office of the Vice President, some under the Ministry of Labor and Productivity. I mean, like that. We need to have a coordination. The NDE being an agency in charge of labor employment, it will be important that it gets involved in all this kind of schemes.
So this will now eliminate all the challenges that may be encountered
relating to.
Thank you very much, Prof, for having a thought or sharing a thought with us. We hope next time you will have more opportunity to shed more light on this. Thank you very much, Prof. Thank you. We now move over to sports update with Olumide Eguntola as our guide.
The Lagos State Sports Commission says its athletes are well motivated to win laurels for the state when the rescheduled National Sport Festival comes up in April. Speaking to NTA News in Lagos after decamping its athletes, Chairman of the Lagos State Sports Commission, Shola Ayepeko, says the welfare of its athletes is his priority, as the state government has assured to pay off all outstanding allowances owed the athletes.
We are here to reassure the athletes that whatever the governor has promised, he will do. And as soon as we get that substantially, we will pass on to the athletes.
Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu has already given us a target since last year, and we are still working on that target, 100 gold.
From Ilorin, Abdulwahid Bibiro reports that the state government has embarked on the renovation and construction of sports facilities at the stadium complex, especially the squash court constructed in 1977, which is now a shadow of itself.
We want to create more opportunity for people in terms of keeping fit.
What you have here is 8-number squash court, and it's international standard, basically.
In football, the 2020-2021 Nigeria National League kicked off nationwide on Saturday at various stadia of the Federation. Result of matches indicated that Kebbi United pipped Yobe Desert Football Club by a lone goal. Niger Tornadoes humbled Shekarau FC 4-0, while the match between Go Round FC and Osun United ended 1-goal apiece, among other matches. In the English Premier League, Leicester City recorded a 3-1 victory over Liverpool. Crystal Palace fell 0-3 to Burnley, among other matches played. In another development, Nigeria's Ultimate Fighting Championship UFC welterweight champion Kamaru Usman will on Sunday defend his title against Gilbert Burns of Brazil in a fight predicted to be a stiff test for the Nigerian fighter. Usman won the title in March 2019 at the expense of Tyron Woodley. Sports update, Olumide Eguntola, NTA News.
Thank you, Olumide. That is the news panorama. Thank you for being with us.
Nigeria, a nation of great people, different tribes and languages, yet we are united in our diversity. All over the world, Nigerians are known to be very hardworking and resilient people. In our history as a nation, there have been many storms, but just like the eagle, we always soar very high above the storms. Together, as a nation, we stood against Ebola virus disease in 2014, and we conquered. Together as a nation, we shall stand against COVID-19, and we shall surely triumph. Let's do our part as citizens, obey the health authorities, stay at home, practice social distancing and proper hygiene. When this is over,